is for Anne, that's Anne with an E, a red-headed orphan who loved Avonlea. The Cuthberts had thought they were adopting a boy, but the red-headed girl would be their pride and their joy.
B is for Banting, B is for Best, true Canadian heroes whose medical quest gave the world insulin, a new life-saving way to keep the effects of diabetes at bay.
C is for Canada, where it once was a must that only a male held a position of trust. But then came Kim Campbell, who knew and believed that nothing else mattered but the courage to lead.
D means Dion and 5 little girls who drew millions of people from all around the world. Emily, Cecile, Yvonne made for 3. The set was completed with Annette and Marie. E is for A, our national obsession, for ending each sentence, not with a period but a question. It's a Canadian habit, as polite as you please, to give every listener the chance to agree.
F is a man who in one summer proved he could do with one leg what few could manage with 2. Terry Fox never finished his cancer crusade. Now we all do the running and we honor his name.
G stands for grain and the valleys of wheat that ripple through the prairies in the dry summer heat. Our western-grown bounty is a gift to the globe, for the bread of the world comes from seed that we've sown.
H is for hockey, the game that we play, from summer's last whisper to snow's melting away. We may never grow to be NHL stars, but it's something we care for. It'll always be ours.
I is for islands with no borders of land like Montreal, Vancouver, and of course Newfoundland. In Victoria and Baffin and so many more, you'll find the roar of the water by the quiet of the shore.
J is for justice, brought by the horse to the west, by the mounted police in their fiery red vests. They are known as Mounties, and they're respected worldwide for the depths of their courage and their musical ride.
K is for Klondike and the hunger for gold that drew thousands of miners to the northerly cold. The men made the journey by mule, foot, and teams to pan for their fortunes in the cold running streams.
L is for Louisbourg and the garrison that stands as evidence of France colonizing this land. Royal Navy cannons dealt a final defeat. You can still hear their echo in the shops and the street. M is for maple, our national leaf, and the sugar and the silver that thrive in the east. The big leaf and Douglas prefer west of the plains, and Manitoba maple bears its home in its name.
N is for northern, the great northern lights, those mystery visions that light up our nights. The Innu believed that the light showed a game being played by the sky people in their heavenly domain.
O is Ojibwe, just one of the tribes that spanned this vast country before the settlers arrived. We're Canadians all, but we must never forget that our land was their land and we owe them a debt.
P is for Peterson, and in jazz or in swing, he is musical royalty, the piano's grand king. He played with the greatest on stages world round, yet no one could copy his magical sound.
Quebec is where I always go to ski and neige, that's French for snow. And Soul means that you're by yourself to lick creme glacée before it melts. Oh, pity the countries who must make do with just one language instead of 2.
R is for Rocket, that's Rocket Richard, a Canadian superstar with a shot true and hard. The sight of no player will ever compare to those fiery brown eyes and that flying black hair. S means Stampede, and Calgary's the place to see cow pokes and horses and the chuck wagon race. The world's greatest rodeo is held each July. It includes a fine carousel with slower horses to ride.
T means Toronto, a place where they say you can spend all year long doing something different each day. Rides at Ontario Place, see Blue Jays or Leafs, explore Casa Loma or Center Island Beach.
U speaks to a time when there once was a need to shelter human beings from the slave owner's greed. The Underground Railroad helped American slaves find in Canada the safety and freedom they crave. Victoria in Canada is the most common name for cities and roads all named in her reign. Parks and Great Mountains and the capital of BC are lasting reminders of this long-ago queen.
W is for wind, like the black blizzard that blows unwelcome on the prairies for bringing dirt, not snow. There are breakup winds, Chinooks, and more westerly beasts. The wreck houses are named for what they do in the east.
X marked the spot where the last spike was driven. It was done with a hammer, not the cut of a ribbon. And with the last spike, we could finally proclaim that we were a nation, united by train.
Y is for Yoho, one of 39 sites with fast-running rivers and dizzying heights. Our national parks belong to all who would hear the splash of the salmon and the rustle of deer.
Z stands for zipper, which everyone knows is very important in tents and in clothes. A U.S. inventor had a zipperish notion, but it took a Canadian to get the zipper in motion.
hoping I can run today.